Hi, welcome to class today. I'm here to show you that the practice of yoga is not always pretty like you see on TV or on magazines or on Instagram, right? Sometimes it's a hot, sweaty mess. We do it anyway. So today we've got some front body openers and some twists. We'll flow through some sun salutes. So remember to modify and make it your practice. I hope you enjoy. So we'll come to stand at the top of the mat. Ground into the floor with your feet evenly, strongly so the legs activate. Lift the pelvic floor, pull the lower belly in and up, engage along the sides of your body and stand tall. Relax into your shoulders, drawing your awareness inward, becoming aware of your breath. Gradually work to expand into each breath, finding that full, just beyond comfortable place. Working to stay connected to the breath, we'll begin to add in movement. Inhaling, stretch the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, bring them back down again. Let's do that again. And then once more like that. Inhaling back up to the top. When you get there, interlace your fingers and rotate the palms toward the sky. Exhale, begin to tip yourself over to the right. And then inhale, come back up to the middle. Exhaling over to the left. And inhaling back to center. So connect with your breath and just flow side to side. Stay engaged and even through your feet, legs, and hips. And just let the side body lengthen. Let's do that once more to each side. When you're back to center, just exhale and release the hands back to the sides. Inhale, take the arms out to shoulder height and allow your right hand to move forward and your left hand to move back and twist here. And notice how the feet shift and the knee maybe pops forward, the hip drops back. Let that happen for a second. Coming back through the middle, do the exact same thing over to the second side. So the left hand forward and the right hand back. Let the feet, the knees, and the hips shift here. And then come on back to the center again. Release the arms and maybe shake them out if that feels good. We're going to do that same thing here. So extend the arms off the shoulders. Right hand forward, left hand back. This time, keep your feet even, your knees even, and that left hip as much forward as you can manage. You can help this by taking the arms and wrapping them around the body. Grab your right hand to your left hip and maybe just gently pull the left hip forward. Maybe pull the right hip back a bit, deepening your twist. Releasing, come back to center. We'll do the same thing to the second side, so the left hand forward and the right hand back. Keeping that right hip forward, the feet even as much as you can on your own, and then taking the arms and wrapping them around the body. See if you can work into that a little bit deeper. Releasing, come back to the center. Release the arms. Let your hands rest on your thighs here. Exhale, bring yourself over into a little half fold. Hold here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, begin to make your way into a deeper fold. Gently stretching the hamstrings. And we can allow the hands to move down the legs, maybe to the mat here. Take your time working into this fold. Making your way back onto hands and knees. Bring the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Make sure the base of the index finger is pressing down. And then begin moving through some cat-cows here. Inhale the belly toward the mat. Exhale the spine up toward the sky. Connect to your breath flowing in and out. And gradually see about working a little deeper into the stretches as you go. Working to a neutral spine again here. Let's make our way into a kneeling plank. So hands a handprint forward or knees and knee print back. Hold here for a moment, making sure your belly's pulled in, the shoulders stay neutral on your back. And then let's drop down to the belly, elbows tight to the sides. Take the hands next to the side ribs and just roll into the shoulders, little baby cobra curling away from the mat. Hug the elbows in, maybe pull, maybe press into a little bit deeper stretch, and then release it. Making your way up, let's sit all the way back into a child's pose. Let the arms stretch, the glutes release. Grounding into the four corners of the hands, lifting the knees away from the floor, make your way into down dog. And let yourself move and stretch as you find your way. And begin to settle in, pressing the chest back, the heels toward the floor. Lift the right leg straight back and then step that foot through to the hands and come into a lunge. We're going to start with the left knee down. Adjust your toes to your fingers if they didn't make it on their own. And then take the right leg straight. Find a nice little hamstring stretch here. Work to keep the hips square, shoulder blades pulling together on the back. Bend into the knee, let the hips come low. And bring the right hand to the hip. Let's add in a little twist. Rotating the belly toward the thigh, side ribs toward the sky. Take that shoulder back. Releasing the twist. Lift the back knee away from the floor and take the right leg straight again. You, of course, have the option of leaving that left knee on the mat if it's too much here. Deepening the stretch over the hamstring. We'll bend back into the knee, coming into this full lunge here, and then adding in the twist again, rotating around. Remember, knee down variation if you need. Releasing that, let's make our way back to down dog. Switching to the second side, lift the left leg. And then step that foot through to the hands, coming into your lunge. Remember, adjust the toes all the way to the fingers, right knee to the floor to start, and then the left leg straight. Bend into the knee, shift low into the hips, and then when you're ready, bring the left hand to the hip and rotate around into the twist. Release. Lifting the right knee if that's you, take the left leg straight again. Find that little bit deeper stretch. And then bend back into the knee. Keep the leg strong and steady. Bring the left hand back to the hip and twist again. Let's release and step back to down dog again. Shifting forward, make your way into full plank, knees if you need knees. And then again, down to the belly, as controlled as you can. Slide the hands back, roll, little pull, maybe a little bit of a press coming into your cobra, and then releasing and making your way back to down dog. Stepping the feet forward, make your way back to our standing fold. Sliding the hands up to the thighs for support, maybe your hips if you like. Inhale, bring yourself parallel to the ground. Into this half fold here, make sure your belly's pulled in, supporting your back. And then hinging all the way up, let's come to stand. Here we're going to take the hands to the lower back and just support. You can use fists or flat hands, whatever works best. Make sure you're even on your feet. Gently tuck your tailbone without shoving the pelvis forward. Draw your shoulder blades toward each other, squeeze your elbows toward each other on the back, and open and lift the chest toward the sky. Creating this nice little back bend. Make sure you feel even, no pinching. Moving a little deeper if you can. Make sure you're breathing. On an inhale, making your way back up to neutral. Release the hands, and we're going to rest the hands on the thighs just for support, coming back into that half fold again. Give your spine a second here. We'll bend into the knees then and make your way into a chair. So supporting on the thighs if that's where you need. Your hands can come center or maybe extend the arms if that's you. Toes, knees, and hips pointing in all the same direction. With the inhale, stretch up toward the sky, and exhale, release your arms. Moving into sun salutes here. Work with your breath. On the inhale, take the arms, stretch them up. And exhale, take yourself over into a fold. Inhaling, come halfway up. And then exhale and step yourself back into plank. Knees if you need knees, take it down to the belly, elbows in. Slide the hands, roll, pull and press into the hands, making your way to cobra. And then exhaling, release, move back to down dog. Inhale and step the feet forward, come back to your fold again. Halfway up with that next inhale, and then exhale back over. Come all the way up, stretching the arms, and then exhale, release them at the sides. Let's do that exact same thing again. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Halfway up, shoulders together on the back. Exhale, step yourself back to plank and take it down to the belly. Roll into your cobra and exhale, make your way back into down dog. Inhaling to step forward, back to the fold again. Halfway up on an inhale. Exhale over. And then all the way up. Inhaling. Exhale, release the arms. One more adding in this time. On the inhale, sit into a chair. And with the exhale, take yourself into fold. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, step back plank. Down to the belly. Roll into cobra. And make your way back to down dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, toes to fingers. Drop the back knee or heel. And then lift the upper body, reach and release. Exhale, back to lunge and down dog. Inhale, slide forward, plank. Exhaling to the belly. Roll into your cobra, inhale. And exhale, release, back to down dog. Inhaling the left foot forward, toes to fingers, knee or heel to the mat, and lift the upper body. Reach the arms. Exhale as you come back down again, and step back down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale it down. Roll into your cobra. And exhale, release, making your way back to down dog. And you can hold this down dog or drop on down into child's pose. Take a bigger break if you need a bigger break. Breathe. Making your way back to down dog. With your next inhale, stepping your feet forward, make your way back to the fold. Halfway up, inhaling. Exhale back over. Inhaling, we'll sit into our chair. And exhale, stretch skyward, releasing the arms. So let's inhale the arms up again. Take yourself over into fold. And just give yourself a nice stretch here, lengthening the spine maybe a little bit. And in this fold here, we're going to bring the feet together. Feels a little awkward at first, it won't be too bad. Let's make our way from there into a supported chair. So hands to the thighs. With the feet together, you can hug the knees together. And we're gonna add in a little twist. So the right hand can simply come to the left knee, but maybe your right elbow can come to the outside of the left knee. And then the palms touch. We press against the outer knee, press the palms into each other. Make sure you're even on your feet, your knees stay level, so the hips are level. And then release that, come back to center and fold. Moving to the second side, make your way into that supported chair, hug those legs together, and then simply the hand to the outside of the knee or that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Palms come to touch, drawing the shoulder back. Find leverage with the arm and leg. Keep the spine long and breathe. Releasing the twist. Back into the fold again. And then we'll step back into a down dog. So let's lift the right leg, and we're going to step that foot through to the hands again into lunge, but we're going to change this one. Roll forward over your left toes, and then bring that knee to the floor. So the stance between the heel and knee is a little bit shorter, and we want to sink into the heels, sink into the hips, feel that nice stretch there. The hands can absolutely stay on the floor, but maybe climb up on the thigh and begin to bring the upper body more vertical without backing your hips up. Keep pressing away from the thigh. You can even go a little bit maybe beyond vertical. Shoulders stay together. If you want to add the arms, they reach up along the sides of the ears here. Continue to sink into the hips, big breaths. Releasing that. Roll back over the toes so you can step back into your down dog again. Working to the second side, lift the left leg and step the foot through to the hands lunge. Rolling forward over the right toes and then bringing that knee to the mat, sinking into the hips as low as they'll go. Keep the lower body sinking, and if you add the hands coming up on the thigh, press away. And if you want more, take the arms, reaching them alongside the ears. Releasing back over. Roll over the back toes, lift the knee, and step back to down dog again. So we're going to go back to that first side. Lift the right leg and step the foot through to the hands. This time we're going to drop the left heel. Keep the hips low. Try not to slide them over to the right too much. Bringing the right hand to the inside of the foot, you can prop it up on a block here if that's better. Take the left hand to the hip, and we're twisting the upper body away from the inner thigh here. Pressing through the outside edge of the back foot and extending out through the crown of your head. Release, and make your way back to down dog. Same fun second side. Lift the left leg and then step that foot through to the hands. Toes to fingers here. When you're ready, drop the back heel. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. And then the right hand to the hip and add in your twist. Keep the hips as even as you can. It's easy for the hips to shift way over to the left. Tuck them under. And then we'll release, coming back to that down dog again. Let's go ahead and drop down to the knees and sit back in child's pose for just a moment. So let's come to sit up on the heels here, and we're going to bring the legs around front. Extend the legs long. Take your inner thigh rotation here. Sitting nice and tall, inhale, reach the arms up, and we're going to exhale and fold over the legs. Remember to let your hands fall where they do. That's not necessarily your toes. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, the shoulder blades drawing together on the back just a bit. Big breaths. Inhaling as you lift back up. Exhale, release your arms here. Let's take the right foot. You can bring it on the inside of the thigh, but maybe cross it over the outside of that left leg. The left leg can stay extended, or you can bend at the knee and bring the heel in front of your right sit bone. Don't sit on the left foot. Sit tall, wrapping your left arm around your right leg. Take your right arm back behind the back, opening up into this little twist. You can push against the mat behind your back, and you can pull against the right leg here to work yourself into a little bit deeper stretch. We'll release that. Unhook the legs. And then switch to your second side. So the left foot either to the inside or the outside of the right leg. Right leg straight, or maybe it's bent. Listen to your body. Make sure your pelvis is upright either way. We'll wrap the right arm around the leg, left arm back behind your back. Press into the mat behind you, pull against the leg, and rotate yourself around here. Release it. Come on back to center. And then here we'll bring the heels to a line. Remember, you can always rest back in Shavasana if that's you. Make yourself comfortable wherever you need to be. Releasing control of your breath. Stay focused on it. Keeping the mind quiet. And giving yourself just a few minutes to rest. Remember, you can stay here as long as you'd like. Namaste.